Hello everyone, Brian here today, and I am sitting in the middle of a river in Beehive, Montana. I hope you can hear me because it's a little windy and the water is a little loud, but anyways. So today I was out here doing some fishing and I wasn't catching any fish and it was getting kind of warm, so I decided to take a break. And while I was taking a break, I got to thinking that a few weeks ago someone suggested reading the book of Lamentations and I hadn't done it yet. So I was sitting on a rock in the middle of the river reading the book of Lamentations, and the book of Lamentations is about pretty much just about Israel's consequences for its sin and being destroyed, and made me think about God's power from that. And while we were coming to Beehive, drove through some areas, and I don't know if you're up on the news or whatnot, but earlier this year, the Red Lodge area, which is relatively close to Beehive, got hit with a historic flood. It was a 500-year flood, and it destroyed a bunch of buildings and homes and roads and stuff that took months and years for man to build, but God destroyed it in just a matter of days, basically, a couple days. But seeing that and then reading the book of Lamentations kind of just got me thinking, like I said, about God's power. And sometimes bad things happen to good people in good places, and it's just unfortunate. Like Job, bad thing. Job was a good dude, and some bad stuff happened, and it's unfortunate. But sometimes it's a consequence for sin or choices we make. You get a speeding ticket. Hey, were you speeding? Well, it's a consequence. Sometimes things happen, or you get in a wreck while you were texting and driving, or driving recklessly, or something of that nature. It's kind of, sometimes you can get away with it, and sometimes the bad thing happens, and it's kind of warranted. But all that, God's power and destruction and the choices that we make, even if we're making poor choices and bad things happen, and it's our fault that we kind of deserved it or whatever else, at the end of Lamentations, it kind of talks about, there's hope in the Lord. And we should be looking to the Lord for our hope and our strength instead of worldly things, instead of money or politics or whatever else. That's not where we should find our hope for. We shouldn't find, in money, because eventually it's all going to go away. Or it could, at any time it could all go away. I mean, if you're putting your hope in money right now and inflation is the way it is, I mean, you're probably a little bit distraught. But if our hope is in the Lord and know that His power can pull us through, and He will not let us go without the things that we need, then we will have hope and we can have joy. I mean, the stuff that we may think we need may not be what God knows we need, but if we have our hope in the Lord and we know that He's going to provide us with what we need, then we can have confidence in Him and we can have joy in our hearts. And that was my victory moment today.